This episode of Brokerage in Motion is brought to you by Mass Mutual Strategic Distributors.
Hello and welcome to Brokerage in Motion, your one-stop guide for everything happening in independent distribution. I'm Katie Fehlinger. In industry headlines, registration is open. The 42nd NAILBA annual meeting will take place at the Diplomat Beach Resort in Hollywood, Florida. And you can sign up to attend right now. Just head to nailba.org where you can see the preliminary agenda and sign up to attend. And we look forward to seeing you in early November. Meanwhile, an expected boom in global insurance brokerage. The market size is estimated to increase by more than $75 billion from 2022 to 2027, this according to reports from Technavio. The market momentum is expected to grow at a CAGR of 6.24% during that period. The increased demand for insurance policies is the most notable driver for the expected surge. In other news, the Labor Department announced it will release a new fiduciary rule in August. Officials say this is a huge priority for the DOL. The rule would amend the regulatory definition of the term fiduciary to address conflict of interest in investment advice. In product news, Nationwide has introduced a new term life product that uses fully digitalized automated underwriting to provide applicants with instant quotes and detailed decisions in minutes. No medical exam needed. The Life Essentials product is available in 10 and 20-year terms with up to $1.5 million in death benefit. Finally, more market growth to report. According to the Life Settlements Report industry study, the life settlement market has shown consistent growth over the past 5 years. 2022 in particular marked a significant rebound, reporting a $4.5 billion face amount with more than 3,000 policies. Right now, our IDY segment, where we shine the spotlight on the people in the profession and learn their why. This NAILBA member could teach a masterclass in branding. And if you're interested, he can school you in retro music, too. Take a look. Name an artist from classic rock,
The Stones, The Who, Zeppelin, Van Halen,
to rap or hip-hop. And Chris Orestis has probably gone to one of their shows.
There's not a lot of bands you could name that I haven't seen.
Hundreds of live shows over the years, but Chris still remembers his first.
I saw Aerosmith in 1978 or 79. I was in middle school.
Would it be safe to say that you have a live concert addiction?
I have been told I have a problem. Yes, indeed.
A healthy obsession that extends to his vinyl record collection. An impressive library he's been building since he was a teenager.
It is a fun, eclectic collection. Hundreds and hundreds of records. I got a great jazz section, a great classic rock section, new wave. I got a section of good old punk rock.
Something else Chris cultivated early on, a deeply rooted interest in the aging population, having watched his father build the biggest long-term care company in Maine.
That area of long-term care and what was going to happen to an aging population just was really something that was kind of always around the dinner table and very, very in our day-to-day life and conversation.
Chris began his career in Washington, working in the White House, for the Senate Majority Leader, then for several insurance organizations.
So it was a really exciting, interesting time. And for me coming up young and into the business, I learned so much, saw so much.
And it positioned him as he went on to create his own business. With a mission to help aging baby boomers, Chris started Life Care Funding, a business that leveraged life settlements.
What if we focus that as a way to help people pay for long-term care? You've got all these seniors, they have life insurance policies. So many of them were dumping them without realizing that there was value there. But I actually teamed up with all the big assisted living companies and home care companies around the United States. And we had a very unique business that did very well, using a life settlement as a financial tool to help people pay for care.
Chris's innovation became known as the long-term care life settlement, but he recognized he was just scratching the surface.
And there were so many conversations to have and so much to talk about around Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, insurance products, annuity, retirement planning, estate planning, it's an endless list at the end of the day of what people need to do to prepare themselves to retire and then to live successfully through their retirement years.
And so in 2020, his company evolved into Retirement Genius, a comprehensive information and solution platform.
Our saying is, people deserve to retire like a genius. And to do it, you need to build a well-balanced retirement. What we wanted to focus on was giving people as much information and access to resources as possible so they could make well-informed decisions and then act on them to get to the best possible resources.
It's a recognizable company within the industry. The logo and avatar of its founder and president, the Retirement Genius brand, is hard to miss. And Chris realized early on that he himself was a brand, even down to his signature bow ties, which he began incorporating into his wardrobe years ago.
I saw the branding in it. People started recognizing me at meetings, or I'd be out and they'd be like, oh, I saw you're the guy with the bow tie. I saw you walking around on the Hill today, or I saw you at the White House with the bow tie. And I was like, okay, this thing is memorable.
Combine that with his long resume of TV, radio, print, and podcast media appearances, plus public speaking and writing multiple books. Chris is the literal face of the company.
I mean, look, I even have like a little bit of sits here on the desk. Hi, everybody. Instead of a nameless, faceless entity, let's have something people can relate to.
Yeah.
Instead of them thinking that they're talking to a paid endorser, they're actually talking to the experts. And it's not about me being a retirement genius. It's about a company, Retirement Genius, providing the resources so people can retire like a genius. And that's what it's about.
That dedication to helping people. It's part of why Chris is so involved with NAILBA, sponsoring the Thomas Ian Nicholas Band at last year's NAILBA Rockstar, to now current member on the NAILBA Charitable Foundation board.
When you look at the list of groups they've helped across the country, it is just, not only is it impressive, but it's so meaningful. And it goes to what the insurance industry is about anyway. We are about helping people.
Doing good and having good times. For Chris, it's a life's work well built, and he's extended an open invitation to join him.
If you come visit me, I promise you two things. We're going to have some lobsters, and we're going to start getting into my vinyl collection. You're not only going to have a full belly, but you're going to shout out music, and I'll have it. If you like something, I can cover it. I promise you, I can cover it.
We're going to take just a short break. Don't go anywhere. There's more Brokerage in Motion coming up.
Have you ever had the experience of meeting the moment? The opportunity to build on that for our members and the entire profession right now.
I met a lot of new people, understand what they're doing, learning from them as well. And I enjoy every single moment of it.
It's by far the most dynamic, very interesting people, great activities.
This is unbelievable.
The 2022 Douglas Moores Award winner,
to Matt McAvoy. Cheers.
We're so excited to see NAILBA thriving.
We are NAILBA. Now is our time to meet the moment.
What happens if you ever need to miss work for a long period of time?
Why would I miss work?
I don't know. You could sprain your ankle, throw out your back.
Get hit by a school bus.
Or a regular bus.
Get kicked by a horse.
Fall off a ladder. Bathtub mishap.
Polio.
Boating accident.
Stuck by a fork.
Rabies. Wolves.
Scurvy.
Talk to us about disability income insurance today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Mass Mutual.
And right now I'm joined by the president of Brokerage and executive VP at Finseca, Dan Labert. And Dan, I would love to catch up with you on the NAILBA Case Manager certification program. So can you give us an update? How's enrollment going?
Yes, this was one of the most exciting programs to come out of NAILBA pre-merger. And then as we were going through the merger discussions and you scrutinize everything because you want to make it just to be the right fit. The case manager certification training is ideal in unifying the profession, right? Because we've created a culture for case managers. We've had, let me share the news, right? 300 plus case managers be certified as part of the program. There's over 500 individuals currently going through the case manager certification. So come year end, or maybe even a little bit longer, depending upon how long the individual takes, we'll be at well over 800. So this is just outstanding. We talked about it at NAILBA last year of we have hard metrics of agency use of it, reducing cycle time. Then, of course, carrier home offices got wind of it. Now we had a number of carriers put all of their new business case managers through it. So this is a proven process around increasing placement and decreasing cycle time, and it's all through the return on investment with Finseca NAILBA membership. So this is just super exciting. Be honest with you, Katie, we've barely tapped the marketplace for it.
The certification program, I guess we'd call it 1.0, got killer testimonials. People absolutely loved it. But I understand there are actually some future enhancements that are in the works for the program. So can you talk about those?
Right. I mean, so think about it, right? You have a great 1.0, and it's, even though you barely tap the market, somebody starts talking about 2.0, and here we are.
Yeah.
And we decide we're not going to do a true 2.0 yet, but we're looking at course additions that will either enhance 1.0, the traditional case manager certification, but more likely create additional opportunities for new certifications. Things like underwriting, case design, licensing, and commission, they're all under kind of review. Now, there's other people who do it, but we have pretty good off and running start with case managers, so I think we're going to do it extremely well. And then there's just other supplemental courses that we need to look at that will help not only evolve case managers, both in the agency and the home office, but give them an understanding of different products, not just life insurance, but, a broad brush around annuities and diving into reinsurance and, disability insurance and long-term care. There's just so much taking off around the NAILBA case manager program. Admittedly, more than I ever thought it would be, but thanks to a number of just truly dedicated NAILBA board members, once again, giving up their time and discussing how to just change the profession for the better, and candidly, all of brokerage. This is how case manager was born. And now look at us, in just a few months, we're going to, we could very well top 800 case managers certified by NAILBA with hard metrics around increasing placement and decreasing cycle time. That's just a true win for association membership.
Absolutely. But there's plenty of other exciting news too across the Finseca communities in general. So what's coming up that the membership should know about?
Well, as I evolved my position and landed as executive vice president and president of brokerage for Finseca, there are other communities that I've been able to take part in and help guide, direct, and get to know their volunteers. And we just have awesome people. One of the other communities that merged in with Finseca is the Forum 400. That is, just for real quick background, that is a membership of high net worth life producers who have to maintain membership at, I believe, at a minimum of $500,000 per year. And that's just the entry production. There are so many members of Forum 400 that are well above that. So we have a group, another community that is just a dedicated number. And it's not about the number of how many, it's about the number of production they're producing. And well, just multiply that, 500,000 the minimum. Either way, we have members of that community getting ready for Forum Max, which is their high intensity study group. A lot of these advisors are independent, so they work with Brokerage. But their high intensity study group event, Forum Max, everybody has to present. People walk away with great takeaway ideas that actually do increase sales. That's coming up before NAILBA. That will be in early October. So, check the Finseca website for the Forum Max deadlines. And if you're not a member of Forum Max, you can't go. So now's the time to join. And then, of course, we opened up LAMP registration. So the Gamma community, the LAMP conference it was such an eye-opening experience last year when I attended. This past year when I attended. Such a big international following, increased domestic following. Registration is open for that in March, and registration for advanced markets next May. It's already available with information at finseca.org. So we're just rocking and rolling and getting clearly the profession's best events out there, aligned, structured, so everybody's aware of them and you can plan accordingly.
Yeah, and the year always flies by. NAILBA 42 literally around the corner at this point. Always very helpful information. Dan, thanks for checking in.
Awesome. Great to be here. And thank you, Katie.
That is going to do it for this episode of Brokerage in Motion. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
This episode of Brokerage in Motion is brought to you by MassMutual Strategic Distributors. Meet client needs with diverse solutions designed for flexibility, protection, and growth. MMSD is built for your business.